I'm so sorry I forgot about the piss bottles. But it makes for good content. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Uniquely Brutal, the podcast of fine arts and farts. If you noticed, I set up the microphone a little higher than usual because last week when I had the gremlin over, he took a picture of me and I looked like the fucking Hunchback of Notre Dame. And that scared me a lot.
It was scary.
So, yeah, I don't want to look like my grandfather, which he does look fine, but without his clothes, he looks like an orangutan. A hairless, peach-covered orangutan. Well, folks, it's just another goddamn Tuesday. Another week to make more things. And I haven't been too productive because I am a lazy asshole sometimes. What can I tell you? But I did do something I did not. My brother did. He made 2 garden beds. It was great. And we can't wait to use them for all sorts of bramble and other vegetables like tomatoes or asparagus or, I'm just making up shit, carrots maybe. Who fucking knows? I don't know. We may grow human pods and start, Invasion of the Body Snatchers or some shit. The pod people. And they're all going to be podcasters. Well, I don't have much to share. I'm going to eventually smoke and dab as I do every video diary podcast. I did, however, put together that crossbow I told you about. Here it is right here. This would make a great thumbnail, wouldn't it? I don't make the thumbnails, though. I just let YouTube to make them for me. A lot of times they're random, and they choose the least interesting scene of the podcast. I wish they would choose one where I go, or I'm like, and no, it's always where I'm going, it's just boring. It's just so. But this is cool. It's cheap as fuck. And when you fire it, the target hits about a foot above where you were aiming at. So, hey, at least I know that. And if anybody tried to steal this from me, they wouldn't know that. And they'll be very furious when they were trying to shoot me in the leg and they end up shooting me in the balls. They're gonna be so disappointed and shocked at that point. I'm gonna laugh. What's that?
Laugh out of pain.
Yes, laugh out of pain, because some people, when their balls get hit by
Dominatrix.
a dominatrix. I was just gonna say, when some people get their balls hit by a crossbow, they instantly come. It's just like people that hear the sound of blood hitting cardboard or something. Very specific, I know. Oh. Well, guess what came in the mail today? I'm very, very excited and happy for. Reach over here. I wanted to get reading material for my nephew. He needs to read more and get his eyes detached from, well, looking at too much digital heroin. So it would be good to get him looking at physical pages with ink on it, where he can, read, and it's not a screen with pixels. It's something that it's part of us, man. We've been making hardcover books for books since, I don't know, when the first fucking book was recorded ever in history. I know it was a lot older than the Bible, and it probably had human skin for the pages, and the ink was written in blood. Gold. Yeah, you're right. Not very many people, and gold was everywhere. They used it to scrub their armpits, I'm sure. No, there just wasn't very many peasants back then. And, of course, people fucked more, and then you get more peasants. They're like, oh, we got to share this gold? Fuck these guys. This is part of our own secret group. And then they became the Freemasons. I don't know my history. But, anywho, I got this for my nephew, and I'm very excited for it, and I love this book series. And I think it's one of the most underrated comic book series, and this character is one of the most underrated comic book characters. The Tick! I love the Tick. A lot of people don't know this, but this character is way more mysterious than Batman. I swear to you. Because he doesn't even know his secret identity. Imagine if Bruce Wayne hit his head and completely forgot who Bruce Wayne was. All he knows is, I'm Batman. That's the Tick. Imagine the Tick is that. There you go. The Tick is Batman without Bruce Wayne. And he's just Batman 24/7. He's not on the day or night shift. He's on the always shift. Axe Cop. But anywho, that's
another good comic.
Another good comic you got to check out is Axe Cop. But anywho, the Tick is fantastic. It was created by Ben Eldwin. Great, he has the same name than me. I love that there's fascinating people in the world that have the same name as me. You know, like Ben Stiller, Benjamin Franklin. There's another Ben Davis who's not great that I know. But anywho, you know, there's lots of other Bens out there. Ben, I'm sure there's a serial killer named Ben too. All good for him. But anyway, it was written in the late 80s, and the cartoon series wasn't even made until 1994, and it ended in 1997, and it's a very, even still to this day, it's a fantastic series. Some of the episodes are for sure dated, and it feels like you're taking a step back in the 90s big time. You feel it, you hear it, you see it, it's strong, it's potent.
90s.
And what?
It's 90s.
It's 90s, man. It's very 90s. In fact, this comic book, these were made in the 90s. And, like, I look at comic books to these days, or most magazines, they don't have www dot anymore. I don't see that anymore, at least. Or I don't know who fucking uses the www dot. What the fuck does www mean? www. Wondrous World Wiener.
World Wide Web, but I...
World Wide Web, that's
was
it.
thinking Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman whacking.
Whack. Wonderful Wonder Woman.
Walter White Winchester. I don't know. But anywho, I got issue 1 and issue 2. And it's great. And I read through issue 1 while I was taking a shit. It's a fast read. You get it done in, it's like 21 pages or some. And extra 5 pages of other ads that don't exist anymore. So it's really cool. It's fascinating. It's a window into time. And I want to collect more of the comics. But I want to get the original, like, one of the older comics that were made in the 90s. Now, I did look on YouTube. I looked on eBay. And I saw on eBay that there was a guy selling 15 issues. 15 of them for like 40 or 50 bucks. Right? Didn't buy it because I didn't like the covers. They were shitty. I just didn't like them. They were too generic looking. That cover was... I saw that cover and I'm like, I'm getting that. Because that's the best cover that it does that sometimes. It's bullshit. I don't even know what that even... I don't even know what that's about. Yeah, the covers are just shitty. And there was each cover, front cover of the one, issue 1, issue 2, issue 3, was different characters within the series, and they had the speaking bubble, and within the speaking bubble, it said the same fucking thing every single cover. In color. I know! He could have just said a phrase that was within the book and be like, oh, here's a sneak peek right here of what you're going to read later on in this issue. But no, they all said in color. Because that's when comic books really started being produced majorly in color. It's the 90s, man. I thought they had colored books even back in the 70s and 60s. Apparently not. At least not that well available. They were a lot more expensive to make, I'm sure, and print out with all the different colors and stuff like that. You know, blues were from crushed beetle wings. Reds were from the periods of certain Pakistani girls. Yellows were dried up urine from a moose on a certain leaf in the Amazon that you can't find. And there's no mooses in the Amazon. And not that I know of. There's some kind of deer. Some kind of elk of some kind that is down there. I'm sure they're much smaller too. That thick brush like that, you can't be too, you'll be a fucking target for, you know, the natives down there with the spears and forks. It's funny I say the natives down there with the spears and forks. A lot of the Amazon are kind of like modern like us we are today. It's just a lot of the people that are in the forests, you know, the deep jungles and shit like that, you know, that wear only loincloths that cover their foreskin and that's it. Other than that, man, there's parts of Brazil, if you were go there, it's like, oh shit, this is like it's like my downtown here in Michigan. You know, it's similar, just a lot more, tropical plants and stuff like that, and a lot more, titties out.
A lot more titties out.
A lot more titties out. When you're near the equator, it statistically will be a lot more visible titties. That's just science. Jesus, how far did we get in? We're just past 10 minutes. This is a long fucking podcast, man.
Time for a hit.
It's time for a hit time, I'll tell you that. You think you want a hit? Okay. You just sit tight. I love how the more intense I talk, the more my guest will walk around and be interested in the conversation. Like that. That one might feel pleasant.
I did that earlier, and she was moving around. Now she's like, stop it.
Well, she's probably used to me talking on her.
Yeah.
They're going to use this to incriminate me in the future. Look! In the background! Those thumbtacks are illegal in this county.
Oh. It's going to happen when your editor is some kind of Karen.
Oh God, I would never hire them. What? Oh, you mean when they finally accept me into Spotify? I'm like, you cunts! You should have done this years ago in episode 1, and when I was that bad. Oh. Imagine I listen to episode 1 on Spotify. Because you can barely hear my voice, and the speaker's just screaming in your ear. Might need subtitles for that one. Because there's some hardcore fans. They don't care. They'll watch episode 1 no matter how bad it is. They'll still jerk off to it. They don't give a fuck. Yeah, very much so. This is this kind of podcast, if you're wondering, because you have a lot of questions. Like I never knew leaves could walk. Yes. In some parts of the world, leaves can just walk, can just grow legs and just walk away. Or what the fuck is that staff behind him? Well, it's one of my new art pieces I'm going to share with you today. At some point, so I'll just put it back there. But there's no need to turn the black light on because there's no fluorescent paint at all within the staff, unfortunately. So, go smaller than that. So, we'll get to it later. I got a friend I like. He's a friend of mine. I enjoy him. He's just a fun guy, and he posted something irribly stupid on Facebook. I am not gonna even dare comment on it, because it's one of those comments where you write a lot of people praise you and stuff. It's one of those fucking ones, Gaining
for attention?
Well, it's not like one of those, I just transitioned, please praise me, which is, I'm not against trans people, but trenders. Those guys tend to muddy the waters. This is the guy who's basically like, in a way, he's white knighting. It's like, hey, I said this, here's my opinion, don't you all like me now? No, damn it, that's so fucking stupid to say. And by the way, I'm talking down to myself right now, because this guy may watch my podcast, but I doubt it, because I got fucking 7 subscribers. But if he does, I'm going to speak very nice about him, because he is a nice guy, and I don't want him, I'm not going to say his name.
Right.
Fucking say his name at all. But I'll read his post, and you'll know it's him. And here's the thing, it's a post that a lot of people, I'm not angry by it. I mean, it's a post like any other post. You know what? Why am I talking when I'm not dabbing? Should be dabbing. Hold on.
It's all your fault.
I love trannies, don't you?
Oh yeah, nothing like going to the bar and picking up a tranny.
However, I will say this: some of them can really put makeup on her face a lot way better than most women. I will say that.
Yeah, they got that down.
They really got that down. They're very good with their makeup tutorials. It's beyond talented. I love it. I wouldn't mind watching some of those tutorial videos. It's just there's not enough farts in it. This is not entertaining. But there are some good comedic ones out there that are very funny, but I don't know their names because I normally don't watch them. No, but I'm not disparaging the trans community. I got lots of transgender friends that I care about a lot, but I don't know what it's like to be in a brain like that. I mean, that's why it's like people are going to be upset at me. Yeah, I don't know what it's like to be them because I don't know what it's like being born in a male body and having a fucking female brain. I imagine that would be shitty if I was in that circumstance. Or if I was born in a female body and I got my normal male brain Ben Davis with me and I, do all fart jokes and stuff like that, which is, by the way, great for any gender. Come on. Fart jokes aren't exclusively for guys. Some girls can crack good fart jokes, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But, goddamn, that would suck. To be born in the wrong body? I mean, I kind of understand that because I don't feel like a human being. I feel like I'm supposed to be a six-legged monster and I'm supposed to eat toxic people. That's just me, though. I feel like that's how I'm supposed to look like on the inside, but I don't project that outside. It's not really my mental projection like it is in the Matrix.
You're not trying to lizard it up like the lizard man?
I'm not trying to lizard it up. Oh, no, not losing my dab. No!
Great, now you're going to have to reheat that.
No! Stop it! Keeps falling off! Okay, good. Gotta turn this down a bit. Simply because I don't have rights to this music.
Yeah, you want it down low.
Something weird I learned from watching a highlight from the Tim Dillon show. No, it was Tim Dillon on H3 podcast as a guest through a webcam. Ugh. Sorry. Oh my god. So apparently on YouTube they're taking down videos of people that are straight up saying, I'm not even going to say it because I'm on YouTube.
Use Pig Latin.
No, you could say coronavirus. You can't say the short version of it. They take your video down. They've been doing that lately to a lot of the big ones. In fact, I don't know. I should be able to say it. My videos are not big. No. What? You heard what? You heard. They just take them down for some reason. They were saying they censored it out on their podcast. That word and only that word. Every time it just went blank. It was just quiet, dark. Yeah, just nothing. Not even a beep. Just.
There's a lot of censorship going on.
Really? There's a lot of censorship going on. Isn't that a form of thought control?
Yes.
Yes, it is. And oh no! Oh! Ah! Yes! I'm sorry I pointed it directly at you.
Thanks for apologizing.
I should have went. Oh my gosh, you're wiping. Did I get it right in your eyes?
No, I'm just.
You're just like, oh god. I know! I love it when I get a live fart on the podcast. I need to get a fart mic for that. You see, Tom Segura and Christina P., they did the fart mic, but after a while, they just fucking got rid of it for some reason, because a lot of the guests just weren't using it. And they don't have it anymore, and it's like, dude.
They didn't commit.
I know, they did not commit to the fart mic. You need to do that. She was so excited about it, too, and they just slowly, after time, just let it go.
Oh, remember when they brought it out? It was
so
like
excited. It was a big fucking deal.
It was a big fucking deal to them.
She said we cannot start this podcast until we get that goddamn fart mic. And now it's gone. I'm going to demand it on before I get on their podcast. I'm like, bring that fart mic on. I'm going to rip some good ones there for you. Sorry. Apologizing to her. She got the brunt of it. I gotta pin that mantis before it gets too dry. It won't take too long though. I found a mantis last week. It was really cool, but it turned out to be an elderly one. Yeah, bring it over. Oh gosh. Oh, it's like a scene from Mission Impossible. Thank you. And here it is. Just get this. I'm going to tell you something. And this is a fun fact. I live here in the state of Michigan in the US of A. I found this mantis here, right? And there's lots of other mantises like this around here and other parts of North America. This is a... Hold on. Just want to open up its wings too. This is a Chinese mantis. Chinese. You're thinking, Ben, you live in the United States. Why are you saying that's a Chinese mantis when you find it in the United States? Very fascinating story. I think it was in the 1700s or the early 1800s. There was a bunch of stowaways. Probably they laid some egg sacs on the ships there. And they came over. And sometimes the eggs won't hatch for like 3-4 months. And that's long enough for the journey for them to come back to the New World. And then hatch here. And they've been here ever fucking since. Isn't that cool? This is a female. This is what the females look like. Males are much shorter, and males got like pinchers on their abdomen so they can hang on to the female and, you know, mate with them. Stick and Sex got the pinchers too. Only the males though. It's not for defense. It's a sexual thing. It's to force the mating ritual upon them. But the male though, he's most likely going to get his head eaten afterwards. Male Stick and Sex don't have to worry about that. No, they don't. No, they don't. Pretty cool, huh? And I'm going to pin this up with its legs, and it'll make a cool coaster. Unfortunately, of course, it died of old age. I found it last week, and it was already an elderly mantis. Didn't lay any more eggs. And then here it is now. So I'm going to put it back right there. Very cool. We should have a thing of hand sanitizer here. Be right back. All right. Okay. Just had to wash my hands real quick. That was good. That was fun. Okay. What the fuck was I doing? Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about something. The post a friend made. And again, With all due respect, he's a very nice guy. In real life, he's a sweetheart. He's not a bad guy. He's misdirect. And there's nothing wrong with being whatever you are. Just be careful of how you fucking... Be careful with how you... I fucking don't know. I don't know. Don't be a dick. I don't know. This is just weird. Okay, ready? Damn it.
Are you ready?
I don't know, right? Nobody watches this. Not yet. Alright. Let's once again make this clear as day. If you're not supporting BLM, Black Lives Matter, which... then you are against it, and you stand for racism. If you are voting for Donald Trump in 16 days, you also stand for racism. Stand up against your racist old parents and grandparents. Stand up against hate. All lives matter means absolutely nothing. It's rhetoric... Okay, what the hell is that word?
It's rhetoric for white power.
It's rhetoric for white power. If this makes you mad, then kindly delete me. End. Okay. First of all, does it make me mad? It makes me disappointed.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing because, like, first of all, I don't care if you support Trump or not. I don't fucking support Trump or Biden. I don't give a fuck. I'd rather have a wet carrot running things. That's what I say all the time. Or people ask me, what's your fucking... I love this, and I got this from Tim Dillon. It was fucking great.
If you're standing for equality, then why are you singling yourself out?
Yes, or something like that. I try really hard not to be political on my podcast, and here's the thing.
Because it's stupid.
I'm not going to comment on my friend's posts. I'm not going to say anything about it. He's, clearly made his mind. There's no reason to have an argument or anything like that. And plus, he's a nice guy. Wouldn't want to lose him as a friend, even though I don't agree with his ideology. It's that's fucking strange. The whole notion that everybody that votes or supports Donald Trump is somehow a racist is so weird and strange, goddamn strange to me. My uncle supports Donald Trump. He's a Mexican. He's a straight up Mexican dude. I know a cool fucking guy who owns a big fucking house who grows lots of cool fucking weed. Who's a Trump supporter, and he's one of the coolest guys I know. And I just don't... So fucking what they support Trump? He's not racist. Dude, he's not even white. He's not even white. You look at him, you go, you look Native American. He looks native. He looks like a straight up Indian. This is so fucking strange. And here's the thing. I don't care if you support Biden either. It doesn't matter. Either way. It's Biden or Trump. We're all fucking humans. There's a great divide going on. Do you not notice that? This is so strange. Let me tell you something. You bet you're wondering, does this guy vote? No, I don't. I never have. Because each side I thought was stupid. I'm in the middle. I find good values in both sides. They're so... But it's all stupid. It's a great big divide. It's a circus show. I feel like this happened around the same time around the... I don't even know.
As an autistic person,
I'm autistic.
the political realm.
The political realm.
Your brain.
It rattles me too much, man. It's my brain just is melting. It's nuked. I don't get it. I can't get too much about it. There's a lot of this shit that makes no goddamn sense to me. Can't we just all love each other, dude? I've had talks with. Okay. I have good friends that I have friends that I love that are deeply religious. I mean, on an insane fucking level. I mean, some of them may believe I'll go to hell in eternity. Who knows?
You're in for a ride.
Yes.
At someone's house that you haven't been to before.
Right.
When as soon as you get there, there's a huge crucifix in the yard.
Yes. Oh gosh.
Or a cross. Big old wooden cross sitting right in the yard.
Oh my gosh. And you're going to tell me about that later, because I'm curious who the hell that was.
No, just in general.
Oh, just in general. Oh, just a cross. Just a giant fucking cross.
Yeah.
With the body on it, too?
It doesn't have to be.
Our church straight up has the body on it.
If they're more hardcore, you know it will be.
Remember when I say our church because it's what we grew up with. That church, that mom now despises.
Yeah. You did a great shit on board.
I know, it's so weird. Long story. But it was really interesting. One day I thought it was cool, and I was young. It was like I was in grade school or something, and they put up that giant fucking iron cross. That's like clay colored. It's clay colored.
It's like 30 feet tall.
And it has the body on it and everything. Pinned up, all iron, all like the color of, I don't have an example here. But just think of the color of a clay pot, you know, the generic clay pot. You know, that color. So, it's like a brownish red or something. Yeah.
Yeah, anyways.
Something like that. And he's got his dick flopping out, and no, it's covered with a loincloth. No, with the whatever the cloth is that they covered his crotch with, because they were nice enough to cover up his genitals apparently.
Which I doubt is realistic.
Yes,
they were savages back then.
They were completely torn up.
Sure
they probably stabbed the fuck out of their genitals.
I'm pretty sure they were castrated.
Oh gosh!
Why not? We're gonna crucify him. As well castrate him. We want this to be as showy as possible.
We want to put on a great show for the kids.
Capital punishment was part of an entertainment.
We want to teach the kids. We want them to never forget. You start them young. That's why they were in public. They were done publicly. You start them young, man. Dude, some babies were born at these days. They're just like, dude, kids are already, the point that the kids were like, every Sunday they're like, okay, time to go to church. And the kids are watching like, all right, nice. And they're just used to it now. It's just fucking, just like those little kids in the fucking, like, down in Mexico and stuff like that. And they teach them young how to dismember people and stuff like that. You start them young, you know, so that way they're heartless, dull eyes of a killer. When they're adults, man.
It's like super soldiers. They
yes.
Won't hesitate to kill.
Will not hesitate. What was that movie with Kurt Russell?
Super Soldier?
Was that Super Soldier? And Gary Busey. Kurt Russell, Gary Busey. That was a great fucking movie. I forgot the name of it. But yeah, he was a super soldier that ended up on a trash planet. It was really fucking great. And he had to learn, like, how to be a fucking just a normal human being, I guess. He was hanging out with normal humans and shit. It was really fucking interesting. Oh yeah, very fucking cool. But you know what? I don't care if you support Trump or not, or Biden or not. They're both con men to me.
It's called Soldier.
Soldier? They're both fucking con men. Biden's a corpse. Trump is a fucking... Okay, this is something really funny I want to tell you. My mom hates Donald Trump. She hates him so fucking much. And she calls him Oompa Loompa all the fucking time. Calls him an Oompa Loompa. And here's the thing. Next time she says that, I need to bring up and said, hey, Mom, at least Oompa Loompas know how to dance and sing. Really good. That Trump can't do shit like that. At least Oompa Loompas are well choreographed. Trump just spews whatever the fuck's in his brain. He doesn't read they tell him to read the teleprompter every time he does it. He goes off teleprompter. You know he's not reading the teleprompter and all that shit. He's authentic, yeah, for sure. Again, I'm not supporting him. God damn it. This is our first time we have a comedian as a president. This is what's really happening. It's strange as fuck. It's weird. I'm not necessarily on board, but I want the fucking system to tear down anyway. I would love it to just fucking go to shit. And then something new would come out of it. Who fucking knows? But that's so weird. And now, a lot of people after watching this podcast are going to think I'm racist.
Or a nihilist.
Or a what?
A nihilist.
A nihilist. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
Wanting things to be destroyed.
Oh.
So you're like Antifa and Black Lives Matter wanting to burn it all down.
Oh, shit. You're right.
Maybe you didn't want to go that extreme?
Maybe not. I was just talking about, like, you know, the upper 1%.
You talk about draining the swamp.
Oh, my God.
Which is what Trump wants to do.
Draining the swamp. Sure. I don't even know. I don't want to drain a real swamp, though. That's mean.
Yeah, that's mean. That's such a...
That's fucking horrible. That
It's
pipeline
an
back in
ecosystem.
2016 was
It's a
bullshit.
What?
The pipeline back in 2016 was bullshit.
That
The
was bullshit.
Dakota pipeline. What the fuck was that? Dude, a lot of people's homes are destroyed.
Yeah.
That was fucking crazy. There's just clear evil powers in control, and the good can't do shit about it. It's fucking crazy. And they own the military.
Woo!
That was big. That was big. It's very big.
That's what she said.
That's what she absolutely said every time. After not mine. And it wasn't mine, though. Mine's not. It's not big. It's nothing. Okay. It's nothing. It's a lever. You fleck it on and off, and then I can make you coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
Or lemonade.
Tea.
Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah, why don't you give me a gallon
Ah, that sounds good, actually.
of Kool-Aid?
He goes red, I go blue. Bert. Bert.
Bert.
Bert.
Hey Bert.
So my brother found this roach clip in the barn. Look at that shit. Ain't that cool? Isn't it pretty neat?
Polyurethane.
Yeah, polyurethane. Back when I was using that. It still feels pretty good, too. It's yellowed the fuck out, but it looks good in the wood. It's pretty sweet. And I use nail polish right there. A little purple. Very nice. Still works good. Pretty good. Pretty good. I've been trying to work on a bunch of trees. Trying to record footage for my portable casts. And, gotta go through one, edit it out, because it's got a bunch of material that I can't get let out. But anywho, I made this really cool staff. Check this out. I made it years ago. And I was going to sell it, and a part of it chipped up there. See that? Look at that. A little chip right there. Little chippy poo. And, well, I gotta fix it. And I have it. Because I've been working on so many other projects. I have so many unfinished projects. Some of them I started years ago. Some of them I started yesterday. A lot of them unfinished. A lot of them I can't. Gotta finish them. Some of them I remember going through and cleaning stuff, and I found a project I started years ago, and I'm like, oh, I need to finish this. And I just put it away somewhere as I continue cleaning. And then forgot about it again. As I always... So many other projects. So much to do. And I'm gonna die soon. I have to not... No, not soon, but like 80, 100 years or something like that, or something.
Right.
500 years.
That's what I was shooting for.
Yes. Which is pretty soon. That's coming fast. Before you know it.
Blink.
Just a fucking blink. That DMT trip was fast, and it was only 1,000 years.
Yeah.
It felt so that long, but whew, holy shit. Just fucking 15 minutes. It was crazy. I called this the Everett staff. I painted it years ago. See all these symbols? They're made up. They mean absolutely nothing. Except for some of these up here. But some of them are also made up and mean nothing. I don't remember which ones I made up or not. Some of them actually mean things that I got from something that I don't even remember. Something maybe Korean? I don't even fucking know. But it's got cool stuff on it. And it's got thousands of dots. No, it's got like a couple thousand dots or something. Or so. It's got a lot of fucking dots. Look at that shit. Just keeps going. Just keeps going. Keeps going. Oh, there's my hand. So we're getting near to the bottom. Look at that. Oh, shit. And there's the bottom. Look at that. Pretty cool. Awesome fucking shit, isn't it? Okay, now we're going to go down. I'm going to get in so much trouble with this podcast. So much people are going to fucking... This is not distracting nobody. So many people hate me already. They're not on board at all of what I've talked about. I've really... This is the most edgiest podcast I've had. I'm really scared, actually. I'm really terrified I'm going to lose one of my subscribers, one of my 7 subscribers. I'm really fucking terrified. And then I'm going to end up on the news, and then I'm going to lose 2 more subscribers. And then the next day I'm going to gain like 100,000 or something. Or something. God damn it. So that's the Everett staff. I'm going to keep showing it to you, too, because it's all I fucking have to show to you. And I need to make sure this podcast goes over the 44-minute mark, and then we'll be good. I'm at least shooting for an hour today. I wasn't going too extreme, because I want to play some games tonight, man. Sven Co-op! You should get on and play with us. It's a lot of fun, if you have a Steam account. What's great about Sven Co-op, it came out 20 years ago, and they've been updating it ever since. And it's Half-Life. It's Half-Life, okay? Takes place in Half-Life. It's fucking great. You'll love it. Half-Life 1, especially if you're a fan of the original. And it's fucking awesome. Isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it fucking awesome, darling? Isn't it awesome? It's gonna be a good podcast, it is. We're almost there. 2 more minutes. 44 minutes. No, I was shooting for an hour. Relax, it's okay. I'm not trying to push this podcast, fast and out of the way. It's not like I'm going to, cough my guts out literally, and then I'm going to have to end the podcast because this blood's coming out my nose and eyes and ears and tear ducts and
every orifice of your body.
My fucking pimples.
There's a disease like that.
What's it called?
I can't remember.
Is it an ancient old disease?
But it's worse than coronavirus.
Yeah, say the long one. Say the long name. Don't say the short name. Otherwise, I have to edit that bitch out. I have to look at the time, and then I'm going to write in my journal where it was. And then I'm going to go back and edit it out. And I don't like doing... How? Don't like doing... Damn it. Isn't Robert Paul Champagne nice and big? Mom saw him. He was great with his nice and sweet... That's my pet. I named him Robert Paul. He molted, yesterday. This morning? I don't remember.
I love how you use, the whole name.
Yeah. Because I can. Just Google Robert Paul Champagne. Or the Try It Out guy. So, yeah, it's beautiful. He's beautiful. He's got nice long wings. He'll be able to fly. That's cool. That's awesome. Can't wait to handle the guy. I wonder if he's going to try to fly away. We're going to find out. We're going to find out pepperoni nipples. I think that a lot of times to look at your nipples, I'm like, I bet a woman look at your ones, I'm like, oh, that looks like that'd be good on pizza.
Pepperoni is good air fried.
Yes, it is. Dude, I've seen some weird porn, and some women, they tattooed their nipple areola in the shape of a heart. Yeah, it's really interesting, but to make it look natural, like it forms naturally.
Oh, okay.
Weird. Very weird.
It
is a tattoo. Yeah, you're doing something to the skin, just forming it, but yeah, to make it look like the areola. Yeah. But, yeah, fun time. Well, we're past 44 minutes. Good night. Anywho, I'm just kidding. Nah.
That means it's...
What?
I was just thinking, time to smoke something. I don't know.
It's always time to smoke something. What do you want to smoke, buddy? You want to do this? Let's do this. You gonna smoke out of this? Okay.
You already got stuff back.
I want ice. We're gonna pause, and we're gonna get some
My gosh,
snacks.
you couldn't have it ready.
We're gonna get some snacks. We're
No.
we're gonna munch over the microphone. All right, hold on. Oh, I didn't even mention. I love what Tim Dillon's. Oh shit! Sorry. I love what Tim Dillon said. You know, when people ask him what's his.
You got agua in there?
Yes.
Okay.
What's your political stance? You know, you Democrat or Republican? He says, well, you know, I like the Draconians. Draconians are pretty cool. I might vote for the insectoids too if they got a good political stance as well. You know, who knows? There's so many different races. Because I think that's always good. That's always a good idea. If anybody asks you what's your political stance or whatever, just bring up alien races. Why not? You know, makes more sense of what's fucking more sense of what the fuck's going on currently.
Right.
So stupid. Yeah, what about can we talk about the weird vehicles that the government just disclosed? That are flying around, that are literally, they don't even know what the fuck they are?
Yeah, they're,
I'm not gonna say that they're alien.
they're traveling between, like, the ground and...
I just got under my tongue.
10,000 feet up
Yeah, right?
in an instant or something.
That's
or,
fucking weird.
Because that's how it shows on radar. It shows them on the ground and then up in the air in a blink of an eye.
Sorry, folks, I got cotton mouth. Ugh.
Gotta love that custard.
Culver's is awesome.
Yep.
Love it. I'm so glad they came here. Yep. Because they got a service that comes to your house, you know? Because, you know, they do that. No, they come to your house, they give you food, and they can beat the shit out of you, and piss on you, beat you, and you can give them a lease and a key. Yep, all sorts of stuff like that. Oh.
Thank goodness for YMH references.
I know, right? Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay.
Funny for subscribers was Kara.
I got extra M&M.
Yeah, I see that.
That fucking loaded it in there. It's great. I love M&Ms. They're so toxic for you. They taste great, but that's how they get you. As everyone knows, really healthy food only is supposed to taste good, not great. I'm fucking kidding with you, dude. Grapes taste great. So do raspberries. My favorite group. My favorite fruit of all time. Raspberries. And that's all kinds of raspberries. But I especially like the dark red ones that taste like wine. And I don't love the golden raspberries. Those are tasty as shit. Golden raspberries. Oh my gosh. You just get a garden and get all different kinds of raspberries. They're so good for you. I'll give you the shits. But don't feed too much to your dragon. They got natural fructose and they'll give them diabetes. A form of it. Oh gosh. You ready for this, guys? What? Uniqueness? What?
Cover your cough. It's loud to the audience.
There are people that are so scared of coronavirus that just wouldn't. They'd be so uncomfortable watching this podcast because of the coughing. He's like, there's not a shield. I took a little hit. Oh my gosh. That LSP is strong. It's a good stuff, man, let me tell you. So,
What was that?
well, I have a tooth I have to be careful with because my upper jaw is slowly rejecting it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I know it sucks. But good thing there's veneers.
Alright.
Yep. Well, the biggest reason why is because, you know, that guard they give you after you wear your braces. Because you think, oh, it's great. I'm done wearing braces. I don't have to deal with that forever. And now they're like, no, you have to wear this at night for the rest of your life. So, of course, I didn't wear it. And my mouth is slowly rejecting a tooth. Ain't that interesting? I know, it sucks.
So, if you would have worn it, would it be rejecting the tooth?
Probably not.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I could still wear it now, today. It would hurt a lot, but it would slowly correct my mouth.
Might want to do that.
Yeah. Probably.
Keep it that
I
way.
thought about it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. And this is the first time I've ever openly discussed it.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I have to be careful how I eat hard foods, because if I hit it the wrong way, it could really dislodge it. Or something. I don't know. And there's hard M&Ms in this. No, just gotta be careful. Is that from this? Oh, that's you. Okay. Make sure to turn it down because I don't have rights to that music. Motherfucker.
I'm trying to make sure that it's not loud.
Okay. This is also one of the most boring podcasts because I'm eating and shit. And I just got one fucking cane to show you. This fucking thing. And I showed him a roach clip. Could show you my dick, but then I get demonetized.
You're not even monetized.
Nope. Of course I don't. I got 7 subscribers. Of course. They took one look at my cast and they're like, we're putting this guy all the way back in the algorithm. He's not even going to show up in the algorithm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like that, man. It's just simple shit, man. The ramblings of a crazy person. They really fucking packed them in here. I'm gleeking like a motherfucker. Oh my god. That's really good.
You can see on the outside, this color is, it looks like Superman ice cream.
Mm.
That's how colored it is.
It's so colorful.
Some custard tomorrow.
It's so good. Mm. Yeah, so I gotta really
Make a lot of roach clips.
punch myself in the ass, make a bunch of roach clips, and get busy to a bunch of stuff. Because, you know, Christmas will be around the corner, and people are going to want to get gifts for their family. For members and stuff, people want to go Christmas shopping. And I got to make sure I make lots of product.
Make roach clips for the whole family.
If I was a glass blower, I would make intricate cities, universes, galaxies, all sorts of nebulas inside of butt plugs.
Oh gosh.
You know? And I would start a separate Instagram page where I would travel the world and take my butt plugs with me to different places. And then just, I'm holding them as if I'm offering somebody a butt plug. Butt plug? Kind of like that. And that's it. Like all different exotic places around the world. That's a fun dream to have.
That would make people look twice, because at first though they would look and go, oh my gosh, there's a bunch of butt plugs, I'm not going to go over there. And then they're going to be like, what's inside the butt plug?
There's a whole
and
story.
Go look in, there's an entire thing going on inside.
There's like, whoa, there's so much going on. It's like when you look at a Where's Waldo's book, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck? And then you look at it, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's cool. And you see a beautiful forest with like a waterfall and stuff like that. And you look closer, you're like, is that Bigfoot? And hiding in the brush. Absolutely. I don't like the fact in the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory remake, they made all the Oompa Loompas look like Mexicans. That's some weird shit.
It was an isolated population. They all looked the same. They had the same genetics.
I know. Male and female.
Which is terrible.
They could have had at least colored hair.
Some kind of variation between the male and female.
I don't know, just the one guy. What
Like
was
they
he?
had all the same face.
It was the one guy. And by the way, the guy's a funny comedian, but just the one guy.
I would have appreciated the old soundtrack.
I know.
It was a musical.
Yeah.
Part of the magic of that movie.
Dude.
Back the classic one was
Bill Burr said when he saw the movie, he saw the movie, like, I was watching and listening to a podcast where he saw it recently as an adult. He knew all about it as a kid, but he never saw it. And he said, dude, I just saw it recently. And man, he loved it. He said, whoa, this movie's actually pretty fucking spooky. Right. He's like, this is a spooky movie. There's a lot of fucked up shit is happening. All the kids are being picked off one by one. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck's going on? I mean, this should be a horror movie. If they did a remake, it should have been a horror movie. It should have been. That's great. They could have done so much more. Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
But no, they should have done an
actual, I'm gonna poop. Okay, I'm gonna be right here. I gotta be careful where I have my bowl. Because of certain droppings. One just did.
What?
One just did.
What drop?
A dropping. One between my legs, between my feet. So that's why I'm like, oh, I'm gonna move my bowl.
Oh.
You forgot already.
That kind of dropping. I thought you meant something else. Sorry.
No. What did you thought I meant? Like
you dropped weed or something.
Oh, I thought you meant that I shit my pants.
No.
No. Yeah, I sharted. That fart was a shart, Brian. No, I'm trying to. Okay. Just had to switch arms. I can't wait to play Sven co-op. This is great.
Yes.
I got so excited when I read through that, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Issue 1 should be done. You just work on that. That's basically, it's like chapter 1, release that, then chapter 2, have the first 5 chapters written and made and illustrated, then start releasing them, getting them published, and then start working on the other stuff.
Right.
Because, dude, that was so fast going through that. I forgot, comic books are actually pretty thin. There's not a lot of pages usually. They're short stories. You know?
Right.
It's like, oh my gosh. And I was really enthralled reading it, dude. I was just drawn in. I'm like, the illustrations are beautiful. Gorgeous. Really well done. The writing was fantastic. And I'm like, dude, my writing is great. I love my writing. Like my illustrations, and my illustrations too. They're great. I can't wait to get my it just inspires me more to get work with my ass on my comic book and get that fucking made.
Right.
Yeah. I already have so many illustrations made. Okay, I think I'm done. This stuff's kicking my ass. Oh my gosh. Well,
Fuck it. Let's cut it short. Let's cut this now. It's a boring podcast. I know. I don't have a lot of artwork. Not a lot going on. Not even a lot of nipple work. And I know I ended up slouching again.
Yeah, I did a little bit.
A little bit? Just a little? Okay, so I'm improving. Okay. You're lying to me. Okay. Well, ladies and gents, thank you for allowing me to use some of your time tonight. I'm Ben Davis, and I'm far more stranger than anyone can ever describe. If you wish to see the madness continue, please like and subscribe. This is actually, hi, this is Ben Davis with Uniquely Brutal. This is actually part 2 of episode 14. I spoke about something on episode 14. Well, I'll edit it together, so this will be at the end of episode 14 or whatever. But there's just something I need to get off my chest. And I didn't really fully cover that comment my friend made on Facebook. And I'm not going to make a comment on his post. I'm not going to tell him how I feel about it, because I feel like he's going to do like a bunch of other people have done and reject me just for not simply picking a side. I'm not picking a side. I am neither for Joe Biden or Donald Trump. I think they're both idiots. I'm not going to vote for either of them. I don't know their backgrounds. But it also pisses me off that people that are upset at Joe Biden and Trump, and they've never even fucking met these people before. Look, they're humans. They're not perfect. And I think they're both con men. I think they're both heavily involved in deep, dark conspiracy shit. They probably have done horrible things that are considered to be crimes against humanity. I don't know, though, because I don't know them personally at all. Don't know it. And about my friend's comment, my friend's a nice guy. He's such a sweetheart. He does cool shit. Like, he has really neat activities and hobbies that I enjoy. He raises axolotls, which are really fucking cool, cute, aquatic salamanders. And he actually, from eggs, hatches fairy shrimp in these little nursery things to feed the axolotls because they love live shrimp a lot, besides bloodworms and stuff. I mean, he's a cool dude. I am not going to comment on his thing because I don't want to be the guy that everyone sees as, oh, he's clearly racist. I'm not even at all. I don't care. I don't care if you support Donald Trump. I don't care if you support Joe Biden. If you're a nice person and you're fun to hang around with, that should matter. I have friends that are Biden supporters. I got friends that are Trump supporters. And let me tell you, I love them all. They're all good people. What the fuck is going on with this great divide right now? This is stupid. As I said before, I don't vote. I think it's retarded. I think it's really retarded. I'm going to vote for things that matter, like legalization of psilocybin mushrooms and other psychedelics that should be recreational, but even more so, they should be. These certain psychedelics should create like these facilities that look after patients and look after people who have drug addictions, who have addictive personalities, who have alcoholism that run in their family, and they can take these psychedelics to help with their neurological issues, to help with their post-traumatic stress disorders, to help with their depression, their anxiety, their dementia. There are all sorts of different things they could be having issues with them. Psychedelics greatly help these things. And these facilities, they do have, I believe in Australia, I'm not sure, they legalize brothels in Australia, prostitution, and it has helped greatly with, like, there's been a huge decline in divorces because ever since that has happened. Strangely, right? But what's great about, these facilities is that they're ran by doctors and nurses that know what they're doing, and it's like, hey, are you a heroin addict? You trying to get off heroin? You go to this place. You can only go there once a week. And guess what? They'll administer you heroin. And guess what? They'll keep you in a nice room. We have plenty of video, VHSs, DVDs, video games. Have fun and trip out on heroin. And guess what? The next week when you come back again, they give you a smaller dosage. And let me tell you, you have this big card thing, and they hole snap. You're like, okay, well, you've been in this many times, you're going to have to get a new one. And every time you go in, they give you a smaller dosage of heroin, a smaller. And until eventually you don't need heroin anymore. And oh my gosh, you've been weaning off of it. And then you start going into psilocybin or LSD or DMT. Things that I don't even consider to be drugs. Things that are very good for the human mind. They're not good for every single morsel. There's some people that I'm sure it has fucked up their psyche, but most people, it helps them greatly with their depression and helps them greatly with their fucking anxiety and lots of other horrible things, shell shock and whatnot. These are good places. I don't know how the fuck I got into the subject, but what I'm trying to say about my friend's post, look, I like my friend. He's a great guy. The post is very dividing. He made it. It's very, let me tell you, and this is why I'm recording this now, because I want to get this on there and get this out there and get this out of my chest of what he said. Stand up against your racist grandparents and parents. Well, let me tell you this. Here's an example. What if there is a kid who is, he's liberal and he has a bunch of liberal friends, which is, so what? You can be liberal. I don't care. As long as you're a nice person. I don't care if you're liberal, conservative. It doesn't fucking matter to me. It does matter if you're in the Ku Klux Klan, though. You should probably get the fuck out of that Klan. Talk to Daryl Davis. He'll help you out with that. Not my expertise. But anywho, if you're Satanist, I don't even care. Because even Satanists hate pedophiles. Satanists do not hate Satanists do not agree with the whole pedophilia thing. And the fucking... they don't like that either. They're just like, no, we're not that bad. Anywho... I'm not a Satanist, by the way. I have no religion. I do believe there's a God. I just don't think it's a white bearded guy who lives in the clouds. Actually, I look at it in a more biological perspective. I do believe there is a God. I think it's an alien retard. I'm not sure. But anywho, so you have this boy who's in high school, and he has liberal friends. He's liberal. And then let's say he read that post that my friend made. Well, what if, for an example, he has a grandfather that he loves, that he's close with? They hunt together. They go hunting every November. They go ice fishing. They collect coins together. He has so much fun with his grandfather. His grandfather is not racist. He has plenty of black friends, Asian friends, Mexican friends. I mean, he's not even fully white himself. And he happens to be, oh no, a Trump supporter. So fucking what? Happens to be a Trump supporter. Well, what if that boy, that liberal boy, is very influential, as in easily influenceable, or I'm not horrible with my words, my English, but what if he reads that post and thinks, oh, my grandfather is racist. I need to stand up against him. Why would you stand up against your best friend? You're close to your grandfather. That kid's close to him, and now he's going to tell him, like, you're a racist, grandfather. You're very problematic, and then that post can cause a rift in the family. That can cause a break, and all of a sudden, a divide. And now, that kid who is close to his grandfather now despises his grandfather and stuff, just because he listened to a post that a friend made. He was influenced. Someone who was kind of, I considered to be weak. That person. Not my friend that made the post, the friend, the hypothetical friend that read the post and now is like, oh, my grandfather's racist. Because of that post, you can destroy families by not unintentionally. And that's not good. We don't need this divide. I wish he would have made a post that says, hey, if you vote for Donald Trump in 16 days, I'm going to be disappointed in you. But as long as you're nice and kind to me, you're still my friend. I just don't like your choices. I would have completely accepted that kind of post. Instead of going to, if you vote for Donald Trump, you're racist, bottom line. That is stupid. Don't do that. There's a two-way street, motherfucker. That is a one way of thinking. There are two streets to I again, don't know what I'm talking about a lot of the times, but that's stupid. Here's the thing. I don't even say I don't care for the phrase all lives matter. I think it should be all organisms matter. So when I'm talking about all lives, I'm not talking about human lives. I'm talking about every single living thing that has cells, a brain, not even a brain, because muscles and scalps don't have a brain, but they matter. It's life. All life matters. All organisms. We're all keystones. We're all part of this biological map that makes up the world, and if any one of us goes away, it's gonna fuck with everything else. Just like mosquitoes. If mosquitoes were to go extinct, even though almost everybody hates mosquitoes, I don't like mosquitoes. I love insects, and mosquitoes are my least favorite insect. And let me tell you, if they were to go extinct, something fucked up will happen, and we will all die. We need mosquitoes. Believe it or not, mosquitoes are actually a pollinator. What do you know? They're pollinators. Just like bats, just like bees, just like lots of other flying insects. Bees are not the only ones. They're just the number one pollinator. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, before I end this, and this is going to be a short one, 10 minutes or something. Well, no, I'm going to put this on the end of episode 14. But, look, I don't care if you support Trump. I don't care if you support Biden. I think it's really stupid if you're going to be against people that only support Trump or only support Biden. That's retarded. We're all fucking humans. Biden and Trump are fucking humans. They were all developed in a human womb. I mean, as far as I know, they could have been test tube babies. Who fucking knows? But they're all humans, and they all happen to choose a different path than one the other. I think Trump's an idiot. I think Biden is increasingly deep into his dementia and can't be saved, but he can by a lot of lion's mane mushroom. But either way, we live in a very fucked up world. I don't vote, not for presidents. I will vote for a legalization of certain things that need to be, again, like psilocybin, psychedelic stuff like that. Legalization for, well, I live in a legal state anyway with cannabis, but you can get even more legalized and more loose and more. I mean, there needs to be not a divide, people. We don't need a divide. This is stupid. We need to all work together as one race, the human race. And there's different kinds of humans, just like there's different kinds of dogs. We got blacks, we got Asians, we got Muslims or Arabic or whatever, like Middle Eastern, and we all look different. And not all the skulls are shaped the same. All the skulls look so similar, but we have differences in the skulls. Like Asians have different shaped skulls, just like black people have different shaped skulls. But if you put all of our skulls together, they look so goddamn similar. The differences are so little. They're so tiny. It's like different species of dogs. They have different shaped skulls, but they're still all canines. No more divide, people. This needs to stop. We need to take psychedelics. We need to expand our minds. We need to realize that we've forgotten a lot of our past. And we need to go back and do some of these old ancient rituals, like the lady that you would visit before your deathbed. What was her name? Mussolini? I don't know. I don't even remember. Some ancient potion that these ancient Greeks or whatever. Graham Hancock talk about it. It's very intense. It's really cool. Check it out on Joe Rogan. Watch any episode that Graham Hancock is on Joe Rogan's podcast, or anything with Graham Hancock, period. He's the real life Indiana Jones. He's fucking great. But we are a species with amnesia. We are repeating the same mistakes over and over and over and over again. And what is going on right now with this fucking 2020 election is no fucking different than the Coliseum from 5,000 years ago. I mean, yeah, it's different. There's internet and TikTok. But there's still bloodshed. There's still fights and riots. That happened back then too in ancient Rome times, or Greek whatever fucking times. I'm horrible with my history. But look, that's what I wanted to get off my chest. I really wanted to talk about that. Again, I love my friend. I hope he never watches this podcast. If he does, he's going to see that even though I disagreed with his post, didn't upset me. I have no reason to delete them. He's still a very good friend of mine. I care about him a lot. He's a nice guy, even though he made a very dumb post. Oh, you know what? Another thing too. Let me go on this. I forgot. Black Lives Matters. Let me tell you about Black Lives Matters. Because this is also what he said in the post too. If you don't support it, then you support racism. Here's the thing. I support the good side of Black Lives Matter, because the movement in and of itself stands for a very good thing, stands for a very great thing, and I'd support what it stands for, the idea. I don't support the radical motherfuckers that are in that group, and it's a small number, by the way. It's a small mother of radical motherfuckers that are in Black Lives Matter that are making the waters very muddy and murky, and I don't like that. I would never give money to Black Lives Matter because in fear of that money is going to go to one of those radical motherfuckers that are part of the group. I want to make sure it goes to something good, because there is a weird fucking... Black people are being fucking targeted by cops. It is really fucking strange, but not just black people. It's all races, but yeah, a lot of black people for sure. And it's fucking bullshit. I understand why the movement has came about. I totally get it. It makes sense. And I agree. But again, I don't support those radical bastards that are looting and rioting and causing harm, causing damage. That's what I don't support about it. I support the good things and the positive things of Black Lives Matter, not the bullshit. Like, there are some people... I saw a video of these guys, and they weren't even from this country. They're from Uganda or something. I don't even know. They're from... It seemed like an African country. I don't know why they were here in the States, but they were at a park and they had fucking automatic weapons. And they were just picking on this dude, the tourist, who's just coming in the area, happened to be white, and he's being so mean to him. And the guy's like, why are you being so mean to me? And the guy with the gun and a mask, who's from a different country, who's part of this Black Lives Matter rally or something. It's not called a rally. I don't know what it's called. But the Black Lives Matter, those, little events they put on, like little parades, something or whatever. He approached them with the gun and he's like, it's not what you did. It's what your ancestors did. What the fuck? What the fuck? That's so stupid. So you're being mean to the guy just because he might be related to some people that happen to be slave owners? I don't fucking get that. Makes no sense. He might not know them. He might have never met them. They might have died fucking hundreds of years ago. This is so stupid. It's not what you did. It's what your ancestors did. So you're going to be mean to me because of what my ancestors did? First, I'm going to say this right now, and I think in my line of history, I don't think I am personally related to any slave owners. But let me tell you this, a lot of people forget this. There were some slave owners back in the day. Guess what? They weren't all white. Some of them are black, too. They had Mexican ones, Asian ones, Pakistani ones. Slave owners were all different kinds of people. They were actually quite diverse when slave ownery. So, people are really forgetting their history. It's really stupid. But anywho, I'm going to end this right now. And if you really want to piss people off, go on Facebook and say, all chives matter. That's going to start a fight. Just say all chives. It doesn't matter. Whether it's garlic chives or lemon chives, all chives matter. That will really piss off some people because they're going to take it and twist it in some weird political way and then call you racist after it. It's so stupid what we live in. Look, we all need to just calm down, smoke weed, and take edibles together, including psychedelics. And we just need to sit in a circle, take some ayahuasca, have a spiritual journey. All of us. I don't care what skin color you have. I don't care what you believe in. You can believe in God. You can believe in a fucking flying spaghetti monster. I don't give a... You can believe in Trump. I don't give a fuck. We should all sit together, take psychedelics, and then we're going to realize that this whole political bullshit is just nonsense and toxic, and we should not eat it up anymore. Damn it. I'm Ben Davis. I'm far stranger than anyone can ever describe. If you wish to see the madness continue, please like and subscribe.